global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Cynthia McFadden, and Bill Weir in New York City. This is Nightline, October 15th, 2012.
Good evening, I'm Terry Moran. Tonight, a spicy, crunchy snack that's inspired such a passionate following among America's kids. And some schools are considering banning them. You might have seen them in the grocery stores. They're called Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And the movement to turn them into lunchroom contraband, that's part of the growing concern over how much salt kids are eating and the serious health problems that could result. ABC's Lindsay Davis brings us inside this controversy.
In the battle over high-calorie, high-salt snacks and school kids, the latest target? Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Those spicy orange curls are so popular, people even have Facebook fan pages for them. And there's also this video with more than 3 million hits on YouTube. But now their extreme popularity has these bite-sized crunchy snacks under assault. Officials in school districts from California to Illinois are trying to get them banned.
If children want to bring in snacks that are high in fat, high in calories, that's their choice. They can do that. But we're not going to be providing those kinds of foods.
The Cheeto epidemic is major, and
one teacher is featured in an online video talking about how problematic she thinks they are.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos are probably the biggest problem that we have.
And another teacher in New Mexico sent a letter home imploring parents not to let their kids bring them to school.
I don't have her bringing a family-sized pack of Cheetos to school just because I know my child and I know that she will eat the whole bag in one day.
The concern isn't just that each bag of these chips contains 26 grams of fat. It also contains a quarter of the sodium you're supposed to eat in the entire day. And it's sodium, also known as salt, that has nutritionists increasingly worried.
If I were to say, is there a lot of sodium in the food that you eat? Would you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes. I saturate a lot of my food with soy sauce.
The FDA recommends most adults have 2,300 milligrams of salt in a day, about a teaspoon. But in a new study, researchers found adults and children are consuming on average an alarming 3,400 milligrams of sodium a day, about a third more than they should. And salt is found in a lot of places, much less obvious than a bag of chips. Bread, salad dressing, most of the items in the frozen foods aisle, even ice cream.
It's not like kids are actually picking up salt shakers and adding it. This is just in their lunch meat, for example.
Absolutely, and it's in a lot of foods that you might not think of as being salty or don't necessarily taste salty either.
Take one of the most popular bag lunches for kids.
When you ask parents what do they pack for their kids' lunch, a lot of them will say a good old turkey sandwich.
It packs a punch of more than 1,000 milligrams of sodium just in this one sandwich.
So we're going to trade that for an English muffin. That is already going to cut the sodium significantly from the white bread. We're going to swap out the deli meat for just a chicken breast that's been grilled or baked.
Registered dietitian Cynthia Sass suggests parents adjust their children's diets now. Too much sodium can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes.
And then instead of that mayo, we're going to go with mustard. Believe it or not, that saves sodium.
A lot of sodium. The turkey sandwich has 65% more than this chicken sandwich. But will the kids eat it?
These are looking so good.
Does this look better than the school cafeteria food?
Yes. Oh my God.
We put a panel of kids at this YMCA in New York City to a taste test. On the red plate, the higher salt turkey sandwich. On the blue plate, the lower salt chicken sandwich.
This is so good. A lot better than the peanut butter honey.
You like that?
Yeah, it's exactly what I'll request that too. Subway. It's really good. It's really good.
10-year-old Theodore wasn't fooled for a minute.
I think that the red plate would have more salt because mayo usually has more salt than other condiments. So.
But this was all about taste and if they'd actually eat the low-salt option.
Yeah. And what do you think? Because you seem to be enjoying both of them.
I think both of them are great, but the blue, it has this really good zesty taste with the mustard, with the chicken. It's just amazing. I just love it.
Everybody who liked the red one better, raise your hand. 3. Everybody who liked the blue one better, raise your hand. Faith is abstaining. Okay, wait. All right, so we have 3 to 3. You like the blue one better. All right, so it's a tie.
With the group split over which lunch they liked better, we moved on to some of their favorite snacks, like Cheetos. Frito-Lay, who makes and sells them in bags with cartoons on the front, tells ABC News they're committed to responsible and ethical marketing practices, which includes not marketing our products to children ages 12 and under. For our taste test, we swapped these original flavored Cheetos.
Okay, so 250 milligrams per serving.
With these lightly salted potato chips.
Oh, 85.
Big difference,
Wow,
right?
it's about a third.
But we're talking the same aisle of the supermarket, same category of food. We're not talking going from the chip aisle to the produce aisle here.
And exchange these cookies with a different sweet snack, Kisses.
This compared to this, 240 milligrams of sodium versus 35 milligrams of sodium.
Wow. All right, guys, a few more snacks.
Cheetos and cookies.
On the red plate, lightly salted chips and chocolate Kisses. On the blue plate, the higher sodium snacks, Cheetos and cookies.
These are less salty than usual.
The kids weren't tricked, detecting our lightly salted chips right away.
You might feel like it doesn't have salt. It always has salt.
And some assumed something sweet wouldn't also be salty.
I don't think Kisses have salt in it at all. I normally think it just has sugar and the chocolatey flavor.
But in the end, when it came to the sandwich or snack, sometimes they actually preferred the reduced salt option.
Since I love chocolate, I love everything here, so I'm in love with it.
For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New York.
The salt debate. Thanks to Lindsay for that. Next up, a big makeover.